Hello and welcome to A Pair of Dice Lost podcasting channel. My name is Brendan. My pronouns are he, him, and I'll be your storyteller for this game about living gods on the wrong side of the law. Joining me for this game is...
Hey there, guys. My name is Tyler. Pronouns are he, him. I'm going to be playing Riki, the fire-aspected street exorcist.
Hi, everybody. My name's Christina. I will be playing Elion. My pronouns are she, her, and Elion's pronouns are they, them. They are a water-aspected investigator.
Hi, everyone. My name's Cody. Pronouns are he, they, and I play Devine, the air-aspected shady businessman.
Hi, my name is Britt, and my pronouns are she and her. I play a wood aspect named Rush Ferris, who has a ferret familiar named Zeke. Together, they specialize in archery, larceny, and dance.
Hi, I'm Michaela, she, her, and I'll be playing Tirali of House Dragara, an Earth-aspected leader of a small military force known as the Tyrants, who cooks the books for the gang.
And this is Exalted, like a dragon-blooded. Act 2, Sins of the Family. So, swinging the camera back just a little bit in time while that you all were at the Plaza District dealing with Grandmother Bright, the other two were doing something else. So, Riki, where do we find you?
I'm trying to conjure where I was last time we played. After I avoided getting my shit kicked in by Idris.
I believe you were in the office.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, because you came up and told everybody about that.
Yeah, so who's in the office right now?
Currently in the office would be Minami, Kathakakoki, and the matriarch.
So they all know that one of the people who just exalted is Idris.
Yes, they would.
So I don't quite know how we want to handle this situation, but he didn't beat my ass, which was kind of cool. Glad he didn't do that. Next steps, thoughts? I don't really know. Never really experienced this before, you know?
Is there one of those three that you're particularly looking for?
I'm certainly kind of talking to the big boss lady. Okay. A little bit, but I'm talking to everyone, but I certainly glance at her when I'm finished speaking, you know.
He takes a moment to think about this. It's clearly, as you've given the news, it's clearly weighing on her a little bit as well, considering how much that family is supposed to be important to you all. And no, he is by all accounts a part of your family. He is basically like Elian's, I don't want to say underling, but that's kind of how it's treated.
One of their men.
Yes.
I already made the comparison. He's almost like a little brother, a little adopted brother.
And if we take out all the anathema stuff and just look at him as a dude, he was just a dude who's trying to once again stop his sister from being assaulted by some fucking creep on the fucking street. I can only respect that, you know.
Matriarch Sorrow looks to you and kind of has a moment of internal conflict as she's trying to think of what to say. It's a bit more complicated than that if we have the Wild Hunt here having to deal with everything.
Oh, fuck. Really? Already?
They are nothing if not prompt.
Yeah, I guess. Anything those fucking sellsword mercenaries can do to get some extra cash, you know. As someone who was kind of a part of that life, the fucking savages. I don't like those fucking guys.
I mean, while fair, they do unfortunately necessary service to the rest of creation. After all, if you had a bunch of The anathema are wildly unpredictable, as I'm sure that you're aware.
Yeah, yeah, but you know what else I'm aware of? That kid was awful fucking broke up when his sister was fucking infected with some nasty demon shit. Pulling that shit out was a good thing. I'm glad I was able to do that. But I can't imagine he's gonna have any beef to quash with us, you know.
Yes, of course.
All I'm saying is doing nothing and not aiding these vigilante madmen versus turning our back on someone who might have the image of us as allies. He's gonna if he doesn't get got by the wild hunt, he's gonna fucking turn his face right over to us as soon as he can, and that's not gonna be pretty for anybody involved.
You and Tirali have an extensive knowledge of the anathema and their kind. If I give my blessing to this, it would be a shock to the rest of the family heads. Ripples would go out throughout the rest of the clan. People would be openly able to recruit from anathema ranks, which could become problematic. I'm not saying that.
So
I'm not saying that little Idris will be a problem to us, but it is a precedent that could cause problems later.
So what I'm hearing is, with all due respect, matriarch, you, as the leader of this family, of course, cannot sanction any fraternizing with anathema. But if you punk ass wildcard fire aspect decides to fuck around and find out, it's not attached to you at all, right? I fuck up all the time, don't I? He kind of like has a smirk.
She thinks about it and gives a nod to you with a little coy smile. Ah, yes, you're so glad that we recruited you. You're very good at reading between the lines.
You pick up a few things here and there. Aren't you glad I'm fucking awful?
Not by my standards, but yes.
Alright then. No, about this whole wild hunt thing. Yeah, I don't know about that. I'm sure Alien has that covered. But you know, keep me in the know. Anything else I need to be aware of?
Not that I can think of right now. If you could bring any information that you find about them back, or anything else that you think might be necessary to know, please let me know, and I'll be happy to assist with whatever resources I can.
Right. Any news on the other awakening? I hate to ask, but we're doing pretty okay. We're batting 1 for 1 right now. I can't imagine the second one's gonna be as cooperative.
You mean where that the second spike for them? Yes. I believe that the rest of your crew, the rest of the crew went out to go and investigate Elian, Tirali, and Ferris.
Why the fuck is Ferris out? Isn't she supposed to be fucking keeping the head low or something?
Yes, well, you can't keep someone locked up for too long. They go stir crazy eventually. Also,
it's been like a day. You know what? You're right. I'm sorry.
They did a very good job disguising her. I helped out with a little bit of makeup and everything. Oh, also they raided Devine's entire closet, so she looks like she's from Lookshy at this point. Not great, folks.
All right. If it has your blessing, then who am I to disagree? I'll hit the streets.
Yeah. One last thing. If you do run into them and you do recognize them, just remember that Ferris is, I believe, going by the name of her familiar.
Oh, Zeke?
Yes, that would be the one.
Okay. Now, last question. Do you know if there's gonna be anybody who's keeping an eye out for me? You know, I'm not exactly conspicuous. I ride a gigantic fucking demon horse.
Besides the usuals that you've pissed off, no, I can't think of anyone who.
Okay, that's fine then. That's what I gotta worry about. All right. I'm gonna hit the streets. I'll keep my nose to the ground and that.
All right then, fantastic. Do you keep a question? Have you informed anyone else about the Falar situation with the Dark Fate and everything?
Is that something that should be kept hidden? Do I think, or is that like?
Oh, that's an on you thing.
I'm probably keeping it on the down low for now.
Okay.
I probably haven't even told Pilar about it. I'm gonna probably try to like poke and prod that situation later, or like at when I get a chance, so to speak.
Okay.
I'm assuming she went somewhere else after I brought her back.
Yes, she is going somewhere else.
I'm gonna try to like loosely keep an eye on her as I go about the day, though.
Okay, so how do you go about your day? Is there anything else that you're looking into? Anything else that you want to do before you eventually meet up with the rest of the crew?
I think. What time of the day is it?
It is afternoon approaching evening, I believe.
I'm just gonna kind of do a walk through the Undercity, kind of like a once over the Undermarket, and just kind of get a feel for what the streets are saying. Kind of read the room, so to speak.
Yeah, sounds good. If you could go ahead and give me a perception and awareness roll.
Hey, 2 successes out of 4.
With 2 successes, as you're doing a once over of the Undercity, you are seeing that the traffic here is hustling and bustling a lot more than it normally is, even on big days like grand openings of host clubs or what have you. People are coming down the stairs and kind of, I don't want to say cowering here, but that probably covers it pretty well.
They're laying low.
I mean, there was just an eclipse, which no one in actual memory has ever observed, so yes.
You say that, but we just ran into someone who's seen one.
Can I go to my favorite falafel street vendor and just shoot the shit? See if he's heard anything on the streets?
Yeah, sure thing. So in heading over to your favorite falafel guy, you do notice that there is so every now there's usually every now and again, like it is fairly common to see an immaculate monk or some kind of priest of some kind in Chiaroscuro. There is a lot of activity of ghosts and things from the Shadowlands. It's very common to see them around. You are seeing an abnormally large amount of priests and monks and all these kinds of things, including a couple of people who are wearing immaculate monk robes and appear to have like prayer strips on their clothing, which is a sign of very high rank.
Okay. Am I getting any weird looks?
You have your staff with you, don't you?
Oh yes, always.
From time to time you are getting weird looks from said monks, but none of them approach you.
Okay.
So you go up to your favorite falafel guy, and he just kind of looks at you and goes, so the falafel stand is bustling. People are hungry. People are scared. There's a line there. And I guess you just kind of go up and do your thing. And he just kind of like looks over at you and like waves the line away. Like, don't worry. He's with me. Looks at you and kind of like takes like one of the more recently made falafels and just kind of like puts it on a plate next to you. Just goes, well, hey there, Riki. What's going on?
Oh, you tell me, man. Been kind of a fucking hectic day, if I'm being honest with you. Is it where's the fucking fire? What the fuck is going on?
Where's the fire? Well, apparently it's in the main streets, and In the well, not in the sky, according to these people. I've been under here the whole day trying to figure things out. Lucky I picked the spot though. Everybody's coming down to the Undermarket today.
Yeah. We kind of like absentmindedly choose on falafels. Yeah, you really picked a winner here.
Well, I saw a fortune teller during calibration. They said that I'd have better luck underground, and here I am.
Yeah, I find the news always starts at the ground and works its way up. So I thought maybe you were the guy to see, other than for the falafel, of course.
Oh yeah, other than for the falafel. A lot of yelling of anathema. I saw almost a whole legion of monks and Realmy boys marching up the stairs not 10 minutes past.
Well, that's neither here nor there, but rather than not be here, if you know what I mean. A lot of pressure.
I hear that.
I heard something about the sun doing some weird shit earlier today. Any news about what the fuck was going on with that?
Everybody says that it went dark. I was down here, so I didn't get a chance to see it. But sounds like some crazy shit to me, man.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna give him like a really nice tip on the counter. Keep you on the ground, you never know what's going on. Food's great as always.
Oh yeah, no problem. Yeah, maybe it was they were saying that like the sun went dark. Maybe like the last shipment of grain from the lab had like some kind of like some hallucinogens in it. Like maybe someone ground up like some tree frogs with it. Wouldn't be the first time.
Well, is that what you put in here? Is there tree frog grain in these fucking falafels, man? Am I gonna be high in fucking 2 minutes? Popping it over my mouth. Don't give me now. You gotta tell me, or else it's entrapment.
What are you gonna get entrapped by? The falafel police? Get out of here.
Do you know the falafel police? The scary guys, man. Come on. And I kind of just say my goodbyes and go about my day.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
If I may, actually no, that'll take a lot of time. I don't want to eat up the entire session. No, I guess I'll just find the others for now.
Okay. So you are going to end up finding the others after their scene ends. So in that case, I'm going to swap over to Devine.
Hey.
Devine, you were weirdly last seen in the office, but I'm going to say that you probably went back down to the hotel to spy on the Wild Hunt. Because, that's the smart thing to do.
There's an apocalypse going on. There's people seeking shelter down there. I got to make sure that our rates are on point. Definitely whatever rooms the Wild Hunt aren't taking up are going for like double what the normal rate is. Got to make sure the staff knows. Got a price gouge.
So you go down, and I assume that you're not actually interested in taking guests and playing front of house again. You probably give the orders to your people who do that.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a wild guess and say that you're going to go and spy on the Wild Hunt.
Yeah, for sure. Like, as long as they're in there, I'm going to be paying attention to ensure the guests' needs are anticipated and met.
Okay. So you are going to go. I believe I have mentioned before that you have like secret observing room. I believe you mentioned before that the room that you put the leader of the Wild Hunt in is literally like a secret observation room that you can like basically spy on them from.
Yeah, like the diplomat room for where we collect blackmail.
Obviously, it is no trouble for you to get in there. The main thing that I'm going to have to ask you to roll is I'm going to need 2 specific rolls from you for this observation of a scene coming up. The first is pretty obvious. It's going to be perception and awareness. Obviously, add in any stuntage, any excellencies or whatever that you think is appropriate. And then the second one, so that you are aware of this, is going to be a dex and stealth roll. And if you have any specialties in staying quiet, that would be the applicable specialty.
Nah. I think my specialty's in getting into a room, not staying. I mean, I've got distract and breeze meditation, so like I can throw that on if need be.
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely gonna use my deep listening palm to listen through the wall as if it wasn't there.
Okay.
And then wait, my stealth is an avoidance. That still doesn't quite work.
You can avoid being noticed as you're spying on them.
Let's just see what your awareness roll is, and then we can flavor the stealth roll a little bit later, but I wanted to let you know that those were coming up.
Yeah. So I've got 8 motes. That means that I can add 4 successes. It's 2 motes per success.
Yes,
Only
it is 2
my
motes per
awareness.
success. And what is your awareness?
4.
Okay, so you can add 2 successes.
Gotcha. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and add 2 successes. What's the cost? That's gonna take 9 out of my peripheral. Peripheral's the one that doesn't bonfire me, right?
No, that's personal.
Yeah. Yeah, let's stealth by taking it out of my peripheral.
I mean, if you wanted to try.
All right, so 9 out of personal, and then roll.
Hot damn, Cody.
So, fun fact.
Okay, then. So, with 8 successes, you're just listening in, or do you have like a picture on the wall that you're also peeking through?
I have a picture of a cherub with the eyes cut out. Scooby-Doo bullshit. No. I imagine like just listening, like there might be a crack in the wood paneling that you can peek through, but I wouldn't have a clear vision of anything.
So, listening, when you go in there, you know that this is where the leader of the Wild Hunt specifically asked to be put. They did not mention having anyone else there with them. They wanted their own place. Everyone else was like stacking up as much as they could with like bunk beds or whatever. This one is like, no, I'm going to have my own place. As that you go in to listen, you can hear her praying is the best way that I can put it. It is a... Cody, do you know High Realm?
What do I know? I do know High Realm.
Okay. It is a practice prayer that is very... It's something that you're not exactly taught in Lookshy because like the Immaculate Order is still like a part of Lookshy, but it's not like as accepted as it is in the realm or any of the realm satraps. But you have heard this prayer before. It is a prayer to the elemental dragons, as that she is praying to all of the different elemental dragons for like the fire to make sure that she can go through with her convictions, the stability to make sure that she can hold her ground against all opposing forces, and like on and on and on until that it goes through all 5 elements, and then it repeats a second time. And then after the second time has finished repeating, you hear a second voice. Aria, you don't need to pray always whenever that you need to speak with me. It's a little weird, honestly. There is the sound of someone in armor rapidly rising and then kind of going into a bow. The only reason that you can tell that they're going into a bow is literally just because all the plates and everything of their armor are clanking. Sir, it's good of you to be here. I required your guidance. Yes, I figured. Is this place secure? Of course it's secure, sir. I checked it over myself before I began my prayers. Cody, you through your little spot here, with that little eye slit, you can see for just a moment a palm goes over the slit as someone is running their hand along it. I would like you to give me that stealth roll now, and if you want to describe it for some bonuses, please do.
Oh, are they deep listening palming me back?
I'm not going to tell.
Ooh, spicy. Devine, seeing the slit get covered, is obviously going to move out of eyesight of that. And he is going to take a steady, deep inhale, and with that breath, hold it to, because, somebody, he doesn't know who they are. He just knows that, the leader of the Immaculate Faith that called him a bumpkin looks up to this person. So they're probably, exalted in some form. Have at least his powers or more, so he's going to assume. He's going to try to take that deep breath and slow his heart rate and just sink into the back corner of the room. Letting his tilting his head down and letting his dark hair pretty much just cover his face to blend in a little bit better with, the total darkness that should be there.
Okay, I will give you a 2-dot stunt for that, so that's 2 extra dice and an auto success.
Dope. Does... I like that. 2 dice, auto success. And it's dexterity and stealth, right?
Yep, dex and stealth. Would have also accepted stamina and stealth, but I figure that dex and stealth is probably better for you.
Yeah. Don't make me use my stamina for anything, please. And I'm going to add 2 more auto successes with my called
Excellent.
distracting breeze meditation. As a breeze blows past the door in the hallway, having it swing open and creak to mask any subtle noises I might be still making while I'm trying to dip down.
Okay.
8 successes.
All right. With 8 successes, you successfully pull away, but you are still close enough that you can continue to hear the conversation. And when the hand goes over there, maybe it's just a trick of the light, of the low light and everything, of how that everything is done here, or maybe it's just you being surprised by someone being that close to your eye suddenly. There was something off about that hand, but you can't quite place it. As you pull away and are going to continue listening, I assume.
Yeah. especially now.
You can see for just a moment an eyeball is kind of like looking directly almost at you, but does not, as far as you can tell, recognize that you're there. As it has kind of figured this out. And you hear the sudden intake of breath and then a puff of breath as dust is flung into the hall, into the alcove that you're in. And without hollering at you or anything, they turned back towards the leader of the Wild Hunt. This is the Commander, this is the suite. Of course, there's going to be places for you to see. There's at least one crack right here. Next time, before you summon me, make sure to blow a little bit of dust through here. If there's someone watching, they're bound to sneeze or something. She nods, you assume. And then you can hear that she seems to be having a little bit of trouble for a moment, just kind of thinking. And then, is it true that that one of the anathema here is barely a child, like barely an adult, barely almost as old as one of my own kids? And there is a moment where there is a sharp intake of breath. He goes, "Unfortunately, the gods have deemed it just to cut one's life short by forcing a demon to eat them from the inside out. It's not right, but you must steel yourself. That's why you were chosen for this job. What would you do, after all, if that was your little boy who had suddenly been hollowed out by a demon?" And there is this shaking, as if the plates of her armor are shaking a little bit. Cody, please make me a stamina and resistance roll to keep listening, if you want to, as that dust is now getting into your nose.
But I'm not breathing.
Don't you have to breathe?
I don't know how long I can last without breathing. Oh, wait, I forgot. I upped my stamina a while back. I can do that. Oh, yeah, that's almost as good as my stealth roll. When did I do that? When did I become so smart?
Anything for air aspects? I don't think there is.
I was just curious because there's a water breathing thing for water, so I don't know.
Nope, does not have anything like that.
I was throwing the thought out there, but I wasn't sure.
Darn. So, with the dust settling in his nose, Devine's gonna start sniffling, like little sniffles. But knowing that they're looking for him to sneeze, he's gonna plug his nostrils to try to hold it in. And 4 successes on holding in the sneeze.
I think the 4 successes is certainly enough to hold in a sneeze, even when you've had dust blown in your face. They continue to have this discussion going back and forth about what is righteous, what is good, what is proper for someone who hunts anathema. It is very clear from listening to them that this person is morally conflicted about at least part of her job. After all, killing people, she signed up to kill monsters, not to kill children. Eventually, as the conversation winds down, they nod and they give them an address. up on the up in the new city, out closer towards one of the fields. If you hurry now, you can catch your prey. Don't dawdle too long. But if you do find anyone interesting, make sure to have a chat with them. The stars say that it would be good fortune for you. Anyway, I have some things to deal with back at home. You have a lovely time on your wild hunt. And if you need me again, try to come up with something more original. And with that, she exits the room. And you are free to sneeze at any point.
All right. So, real question. So, she exits the room. Does it seem like the other person is still in there?
Well, no one else is talking.
That feel free to sneeze is a little bit too cagey, wasn't it?
How many sets of footsteps left the room?
One.
That I'm listening for. One? Okay. I'm gonna, still holding his breath, Devine's gonna get up and peer through the crack, trying to get a survey of the room almost. Seeing if he sees anybody.
Peering through the crack, you do not see anybody else there.
All right. Then I'm going to go out back through the front, and after she leaves, knock on the door of the room and go, management, and then go in.
You said after that she leaves?
Yeah.
Okay. You go in. The room is empty.
Dope. That wasn't a normal person with a weird hand.
The dust that was blown around, you can see in this area that a little bit of incense had been lit, as is normal for monks and everything. And a little bit of the ashes and everything had been disturbed by a single set of footprints that moved to and fro that seemed to have the markings of like armor on the feet prints. But closer to specifically where the secret listening area is, there are no signs of footprints at all. Like, the dust has never been disturbed.
Divine's going to turn around and walk in the room backwards, placing his footprints in the footprints that were left. And pretty much without creating new footprints, is going to rifle around, see if there's anything of note.
I'm going to let you know right now, she has just gotten in there. Most of her stuff is sparse at best. And what that she uses, she carries with her. Besides a few things that are common for the use of prayer in the Immaculate Order, and maybe a pillow or two that you didn't put in here, she has nothing else here.
Okay. So, like, nothing that'll point me in the direction of, like, who she was praying to. Or not who she was praying to, but, like, who she was talking to, though.
Correct.
All right. Well, with that, Divine's going to walk out to the front and check in with his peeps, make sure everything's all right before going. After telling them, hey, nobody gets in without paying double. Make sure the hosts over at the Cordial Crane know the same deal. Rates are up. Business is busy, so people will pay more for company, obviously. I have a closet thief to find. Catch you later.
They all nod confused at you and let you go about your day. Cody, is there anything else that you need to do before you end up rejoining with the crew?
Nope. My most important thing is finding Zeke.
Thank you for taking the time to enjoy our show. If you liked what you heard, why not leave a review or tell a friend about us? It helps get the good word out about the work we put into this show. If you wanted to ask us any questions, you can contact us through Twitter at apairofdicelost or email at apairofdicelost@gmail.com. The theme song for this game is Dragon Dance by Raphael Crux, used under a Creative Commons license. And for making it this far, I saw that cool thing you did, so have some stunt dice.